I need to escape wizard jail so I can go to my niece's birthday party. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, that's exactly what you do in Pluto, the new roguelike deck builder that looks absolutely insane, and it also plays insane. You cast spells using your fingers, and it just makes for one of the most unique roguelike deck builders I have played in a while. So let's see if I'm gonna get some birthday cake. We did the tutorial. It was a long tutorial, but I learned how to play. And we are the apprentice here. So we're going to gain 1 power for every 12 spells cast. You might be wondering how we cast those spells. You'll find out here in a second. But either way, we have an invitation from our niece. Dear uncle, you are cordially invited to my birthday, and I hope you can make it this year. Your niece. Start your escape. Let me grab my hands. So we want to go to our niece's birthday. And we cast our spells with our fingers. So getting rings is pretty important here. I recognize those eyes. Truly, I do. Always such kind faces. Please, it's time for us to leave this place. The warden must be put to rest. Take this. So we could either have a fire empower ring where we will empower, which does more damage when this finger casts a fire spell, or an air wild ring, or the lightning damage ring. Deal 5 damage when this finger casts a spell containing lightning. So I'm going to do that. That's what we were trying to do earlier. So I have a ring, and I have to choose what finger to put it on. So we're going to go ahead and put it on our middle finger here on the left hand. So if we cast a lightning spell with that finger, we're going to do 5 extra damage here. And you might be wondering, how do we do that? We're going to learn some spells. Now, unfortunately, none of these are lightning spells. We do have some spells in our own, right? So what are these, though? Salt Circle. That's crazy. Once per fight, we could gain 30 block and then Vulnerable Myself. Or Concentration, which we could draw more spells next turn. Or Gem Ward. Discard 2 random spells next turn. But we gain 25 block. I'm going to do Concentration. Peglin has ruined my vocabulary. But we'll take that. Sure. And then here is our first combat. So this is how the game works. I've got 4 fingers. If I don't cast anything, by default, I will get 3 shield. As we can see, this enemy is trying to block for 7, and this enemy is trying to gain power. And how we cast spells is they take up different elements, and we do those elements on certain fingers. So I already have lightning spells. So if I go ahead, and I can do this once per turn, what we're going to do here is we're going to summon Bap, and I choose what fingers. So I'm going to put Bap right here. So the lightning is on the lightning ring. And then because that's lightning, I can then cast Arc right there. You can overlap the spells. So I have 2 lightning spells that are going to be doing 5 damage each. We can see how much damage we're doing there. And then what else? I've got 4 other fingers, and I'm not taking any damage right now. So I really should just try to do everything I can. Oh, sweet. So that is that symbol. I could do Flame Blast there, override. So we're going to do 2 damage to everyone. And then I'm going to Concentration to gain another spell next turn. And then I cast. And we cast with our fingers here. And we did all that extra damage because of my lightning ring here. And we have Concentration for the next turn. But I love this art style. It's definitely what drew me to this game here. So you're going to do 14 damage, and this guy's going to keep trying to gain power, which is more damage for the rest of the fight, which is a little bit scary, to be honest. So, haste, we would gain momentum, empower is not lost for 2 turns, and then we empower ourselves. But I do give myself vulnerable. But, you know what? Well, actually, I think I just still want Bap there. So we can have the lightning spell. I think that's important. And then we'll just go ahead and empower these. And I guess Concentration. If I'm not going to take damage, might as well once again concentrate. And then I could... Oh, no. Yeah. So chance you can only do once per turn. Oh, that's fine. So we kill the front guy with my lightning ring. And then we have 2 momentum here. So we're going to be doing, or no, that's momentum. Empower is not lost this turn. We don't actually have any Empower yet. So this guy's trying to do 16 damage. Honestly, I think I should just be able to kill you, right? If we bap there, 1 damage, but it casts 3 times, and every time I'm casting a spell, the lightning ring does it. So I don't even need to do anything else. Middle finger lightning. Boop. You're dead. Beautiful, beautiful. And I guess we could always spend our money here. A ring, armor badge, gain 3 armor at the start of each fight. And armor is gain 3 block each turn, lose 1 each turn, which is interesting. I guess those are like relics. Here, first of all, let's get a badge. We have a heal badge. So where do I find those? Where are my badges? Those are my rings. Those are my fingers. So I guess we just have to remember our badges? I don't know. Either way, I think I will, but, I wish I knew what that badge was. Where are my badges? Oh, they're in the top left. Wait a minute. So start each combat with 2 heal. We also gain 1 power for every 12 spells cast as just the passive that who we are. I don't think I need that armor then. I'll hold on to my money. And we'll go to trying to get another spell. Try to get as many lightning spells as we can here with our lightning ring. So what's going on here? You're trying to block. You're trying to gain power. And he's trying to curse one of our fingers. And that is a ranged attack. Normally they can only attack if they're in front unless it's ranged. So Conjure Steel will give us armor that's gaining block every turn, which I do actually really like. We're not taking damage quite yet. This would give us block, which I do not need. This will make me vulnerable, but draw an extra spell next turn. And this is boost. This turn, attacks deal extra damage. So we'll definitely just go ahead and do that so we can have the lightning ring do that. Might as well make myself vulnerable and draw more spells next turn. And Conjure Steel, we're going to discard 2 random spells next turn, but we're going to gain block in future turns. And I'll do that because also we want to be casting as many spells as possible for the spell bell. I would think. So that should be good. We'll cast these here. This game's giving off of a vibe that mixes the Case of the Golden Idol with Out of Hands. Yeah, we definitely want to cast as many spells as possible because of Spell Bell. So they're trying to do a lot of damage here to us. 14 damage, 11 damage. This guy's trying to curse me here. So, all enemies rotate positions. I think we're going to want to do. So this guy can't attack us. And then we're going to Arc Lightning. Oh, and then, so I have been cursed. I can't use this finger unless I cast a spell on it. And if I do, I will take 11 damage. Which I think I'm okay not worrying about right now. Also Q undoes. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. I don't really want to take damage yet. So I think this will be what we're going to do. So we move him around. So that guy can't hit me anymore. Yeah. So now I got a lot of block. Or I will be, right? Though I have 2 curse fingers now. This guy's trying to move backwards. This guy's trying to gain power. This guy's preparing something. So, don't have a lot of cards here. Flame Blast, deal 2 damage to all enemies twice. Sure. Here, I'm going to cast these on those to break the curse. And might as well cast this just because, once again, casting spells are what we want to do. So I wish we could have done some damage there. But we have uncursed... Well, we did a little damage. But we have uncursed my fingers here. Okay. So there's BAP. There's the damage 3 times. And this is haste. So this gives us momentum, but it doesn't inherently give us empower. So I don't understand the point of haste until I get empower. And you're trying to block. You're trying to curse me. You're trying to gain more power. So definitely bap on the lightning ring, right? That's important. And I suppose I'm not taking any damage, so might as well do the haste. Once per fight, exiles after casting. I suppose that's what we'll do here. But yeah, no, this art style was the biggest reason I played this game. You guys know I love playing all these weird as hell little indie games and stuff like that. So this seemed really cool. Okay, 15 damage, 11 damage, and this guy's getting more and more power. I'm a little bit scared. But once again, lightning on the lightning ring. And we can flame blast there. So we will kill. And I could draw an extra spell next turn, but I'm going to take more damage. Which, if I do that, and get rid of the curse, I'm going to take a lot. So let's not do that, actually. Let's just do this. Cast my spells. Cast my spells. Recommend playing out of hands, though it has AI art. I am going out of my way, for the most part, to not play games with generative AI art. I know sometimes it's hidden. We don't know, but... I'm always so... I can't even cover all the games I want to play. So it's like, I'm definitely might as well be picky and just not play games that don't actually want to put effort into their games. Oh, you can turn off the AI art. Begs the question, why is it there to begin with? But... Okay. So here we go. We want to boost up our damage first. And then we're going to do the multi-hit definitely on the lightning ring. And that's just going to kill everybody. So that's really all we need to do. Because if we put a multicast on that hand with that ring, that is so crazy good. So new spell. Ooh, lightning. I gain 4 freaking vulnerable, but I will enchant fingers with empower, which enchant is, you know, they're by default enchanted with the shield. You can instead enchant them with empower. Sure. Me getting 4 vulnerable is a little bit rough. But I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll try. So we get a new badge. Where's my badges? Where did the badge just go? I want to be a badge-based game player. And I'm not being allowed to here. I don't know why it's hard for me to see these things. Oh. It's just combining all the badges right there. So we get 2 heal in 1 channel. So the badge apparently is giving us channel. Let me do a spell pack for 20 gold. Ooh! Once per fight, and it's a all lightning one. I'm taking that. That was good. That was good. Okay, we're about to fight a boss. Let's see how it goes. I do not believe this game has generative AI. I think this is all hand-drawn. Unless the devs be lying to everybody, but that's a separate problem. Okay, so you're going to do 24 damage to me. Now, I'm getting 24 block if I did nothing. So, I think we're going to do a boost. I'll take some damage, probably. Because I want to do all this damage. I'm going to boost. With then a crazy multi-hit. I'll take 9. You're going to take 24. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That seems to be a good trade deal. So we're at 51. So now he's going to try to curse us. So we really now at this point should be doing as much damage as we possibly can. I could have done more damage last turn, but I did want to block a little bit. If I had just done all my spells, I would have taken a lot more damage. Okay, so BAP, the multicast on the lightning ring is very OP. Might as well concentration, right, combining those spells. I love the way the elemental finger stuff works. Love me some elemental fingering. We then can arc on that as well, overlapping a little bit. And then, yeah, I'll make myself vulnerable for 1 turn to draw 1 less spell next turn. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. It's Zap, not BAP. Yeah, the font is a little bit hard to tell. That totally looks like BAP to me, but you're probably right. Okay, so these have been cursed. Enemies gain 4 corruption when broken. Curses from this enemy deal 4 extra damage. Enemies gain 4 corruption when broken. Curses from this enemy's do. Oh, so the more curses I break of him, his future curses are going to be harder and harder. Interesting. I think I can just brute force this dude, to be completely honest. So once again, we're going to Zap BAP. I'll call it that now. With that on the electric ring. We then can Rift, which I'm going to be vulnerable for even longer, but we're going to do some crazy enchantments on these 2 fingers. Which, actually, I don't know if I actually want that. I actually think I want to Rift here to enchant those 2. So if you don't cast anything right, they'll instead be giving me more power, right? So then I enchant. And then unfortunately, we couldn't then get the lightning from that. It's kind of the only thing that would suck. That's the only thing that kind of sucks about that. Because otherwise, by default, we're doing a lot. But that's probably fine. We're setting up future turns, right? So let's go ahead and Flame Blast. And then this multi-hit. And the question is, I don't know. I'll get rid of those curses. We'll do that. And I block. Yeah, sure. So I'm going to break those curses. Now, the curse that I do now, or that he does in the future, is going to be a lot worse. Right, apparently. Because we've broken the curses, but now his curses do 8 more. So now it's 28 damage if I uncurse that spell. Okay. No, the lightning needs to be exactly on this ring, I believe. When this finger... Oh, deal 5 damage when this finger casts a spell containing lightning. No, you might be right. So... Wait, so then BAP could do that. And then we kill. This game is so interesting. Like, I didn't know what I was expecting. I kind of didn't look too much into the game. The art style just enticed me. I was like, oh, roguelike deck builder. Sounds great. Love the art style. I didn't really know there was all this finger-based gameplay. And it is pretty cool. So... We're now getting a campfire, taking a break, a resting place. We can either heal to full or pray, obtain the armor badge where we'll gain some armor sort of each fight. I'm going to do that because I actually don't need that much heals. And then we're going to get a chest. Kind blood, we honor your nobility by allowing you to pick a of ours to keep. Okay. Let it protect and remind you of our friendship. So I could either get the loot, gain 2 wild, if both of our pinkies are used, which spells that multicast cast an additional 2 times Lose one each turn, which we do have a lot of multicast. That might go good for us. Right hand. When your right hand is completely empty, spells cast twice and gain hex. Gain a random hex spell. Or empty tome. Gain a momentum and 2 channel if you start your turn holding no spells. I'm going to go ahead and do loot. We'll try to use our pinkies and get the multicast up better. We'll do the loot. And now we continue onwards. We could get more badges. Momentum. I don't know. We're going to hold on. Oh, we could get a ring. So the loot, because the loot just in general, if I use the pinkies, I'm going to get wild. What if I put a... Oh, okay. Gain wild if the spell has air. Do I have air spells? I have a couple. Okay, let's try this. Let's get this air wild ring, and we're going to put it on this pinky. So if I put an air spell there, I'm going to get even more multicast. Let's see it. Okay, you're trying to do 22 damage. When losing health, all other enemies with Parasite lose health equal. Wow. And you're ranged. And you're trying to gain corruption. Okay. So if I cast spells on both my pinky. So as an example, I could make myself vulnerable, but I'll draw an extra spell. Let's just hypothesize what would happen. Right? Then if I cast something with my other pinky. Let's do Arc. 12 damage. I'm then going to do this cantrip, which will give us boost, which is kind of out of order and not really the way I want it to, but that would do a lot of damage, but I would be taking an absurd amount of damage. So I don't think that's actually going to work here. Don't the end fingers get cursed first? Probably. I'm not... I don't know exactly. I don't think I should make myself vulnerable. Though maybe if I do it this way, that will give us empower. We do make ourselves vulnerable. And then I could flame blast. Then I could boost and then do an arc. I'm going to lose a lot of health. I'm going to lose an obscene amount of health. I don't think I should be making myself vulnerable. Unless I could rotate everyone around, but I don't have that right now. So I'm going to boost there on a pinky. And if I did that... I would be taking a little bit of damage, but I would be activating multicast. Let's try this. And I would be doing loot. Let's just try this. I'm going to take some damage. I'm like, I could arc, but then I'm going to take even more, so I don't think that's the play. Let's just do this. Let's see what happens. So there's the empower. And we have 3 wild. So spells that cast an additional 2 times right now. So you're trying to curse, you're trying to curse, you're trying to corruption. So this is when we need to go crazy here, right? This is when we need to go crazy. So once again, I do want to keep trying to build that up. Conjure Steel, we're going to discard spells next turn, but gain armor. I'll play that. And then exchange, I'm going to draw another spell, but I'm going to be vulnerable this turn, but it's going to trigger that ring. We'll be triggering that ring. And then here is... There's only once per fight. Maybe I should save it, but no, I'll do it now. I'll do it now. And then... This is a good amount of damage. That is a good amount of damage. That is a good amount of damage. So that's what we're going to do. So we keep building up that multicast. And we cast quite a lot because they all hit each other. And And we're at 5, go down to 4 wild. Now we are cursed a little bit. Enemies gain power if I break these spells, and that one hurts me. Otherwise, they're preparing. This guy's going to try to attack here. Okay. So, we don't have any multicast right now, unfortunately. I'm going to probably do still the lightning and the dizzy. I probably should do dizzy here. I'm going to discard a random spell next turn, but all enemies rotate. I actually think that's probably pretty good. And I will cast this on our cursed, which I am going to take some damage. So then I will just then cover over here, casting with 2 pinkies. And I could then concentrate with the double cast here. They're going to get even more power, which is a little bit scary. Well, whatever. I got my fingers back, though. They are very strong. Okay, you're trying to gain more corruption. You're trying to curse 4 fingers, and you're preparing. Okay, so I need more multi-hit. Oh, here's a multi-hit. There we go. Bap. Bap right there. We also have Rift. So I probably... Okay. Let me see. I'm going to empower... Wait. I'm going to empower my spells. I will be making myself vulnerable, but no one's attacking. I'm then going to do the multi-hit on the BAP. Then I'm going to arc. And I guess then we'll concentration right there. That seems to be pretty good. So we're going to do a lot of multicasting. And it's doing that 5 extra every time it's multicasting. So we've got an interesting build here. We have a very interesting build. Though Crazy Curse is on this hand, I would have to take 9 damage here. If you had Magic IRL, what would you do? Well, it probably depends. I don't know. It'd be cool to fly around. I don't know. Also, 33 damage, 37 damage. So this red stuff means I'm going to die if I just ended my turn right here. So our multi-hits do happen multiple times. And we are already enchanting. So what happens if I'm going to boost and gain even more in power. And then I'm going to finger blast everybody. And then I'm going to BAP. Which does kill everyone. I won't die. But I'm still taking a lot. But I'll do it. Okay, this is an interesting build. We have a bunch of Empower, and then we try to multicast a lot. That's pretty cool. This is a very interesting game. We are very low, though. We are very low. Oh, okay, so I can enhance a spell. Portal beckons for magic energy. So this would just do more damage. Still can only be casted once per fight. These don't seem to be... Oh, this gets rid of Sever on Twister. This I could choose what to do. I was hoping there might be like another multi-hit. I'm gonna upgrade. A little bit more damage isn't gonna really do anything for me. So on this, I could once again make me not take vulnerable. Like How is one damage up? Like, I don't understand how that's a very good upgrade. Yeah, upgrading Zap, all it does, gives it 1 extra damage. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade Twister to take off of the Sever so I can hold more spells. I think that's what we're going to do. To be honest, none of these are that actually that great, but we'll do that. And then either replace a spell or learn a spell. Let's try to replace a spell. Ooh, it's going to give me Lightning Spire. 5 multi-hit. That is amazing. Yes, I will give you... Probably concentration. I'll take trade concentration for Lightning Spire. That seems really good. Okay, let's see how this goes here. Oh geez, what are we fighting? You're gonna prepare, you're gonna curse me, and you're gonna curse me. They remove all curses when killed. Okay. So this is the 5 recasting. So I think I'm not taking damage. So this is the turn. I'm gonna make myself vulnerable. This is gonna suck. But I'm gonna make those 2 crazy high empowers. So then, man, Lightning Spire needs to be the end because I'm gonna have 5 Sever of discarding a random spell next turn. I don't think that's very good. So we're then gonna cast Exchange over here to do the ring, and then probably, yeah, probably Arc, and that's a good amount of damage. We'll do that. We'll do that. And we cast it with the 2 pinkies. So our wild is now at, should be at 3 or 4 by the end of this turn. No, never mind. 2. And these have been cursed. I will take 10 or 20. But if we kill one of these guys, all the curse come back. So I probably should just try to do that. So you're going to try to move backward. You're going to curse, and you're going to curse. I will go ahead and... probably, well, I don't know. Gaze, it's going to be used once per fight, but it will kill. Though we'll... yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, so that way the curses come off of us. We'll have 2 new curses. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, if you have spells that cost the same, they both cast. I know that. I know that. Okay, you're going to do nothing. You're going to curse me. So this is the Twister. So I'm not taking any damage right now. Well, dealing damage to everyone is just nice. Okay, we will... I don't know, maybe boost? We'll do 5 there. I could then Twister? I don't know. You're preparing. Maybe it would be good to twist you around here. Though... I think if we're going to boost, I think I actually should Flame Blast. I think that's actually probably the best. What is the lore of this world? Apparently, I don't know, we're imprisoned or something. And we got invited to our niece's birthday party. So we're trying to escape to go to my niece's birthday party, which to me is a 10 out of 10 lore. 10 out of 10 setup. Oh, you're going to do 15 damage. Though if I rotate, see, this is the thing. If I rotate, he's not ranged, so that could just save me. Problem here is if I do that and uncurse... Oh, that's actually fine. Yeah, I'll get rid of those 2 curses. And then maybe I should cast something on this pinky. We'll gain armor, which will give us block. Yeah, that way I'm casting with both pinkies, so I'll get even more of the wild. I should have 1 wild from doing 2 pinkies and 1 wild from this ring. Unless it doesn't work because it's cursed. So I'm hoping I have 2 going down to 1, but we might not have any. I don't know how this is going to work. But either way, casting. No, it did still count. So 2 goes down to 1 end of turn here. We do not have a lot of spells, though. Which is a little unfortunate. I'll probably just cover over there and cover over there. So I'll break the curse once again. This time I'll only be gaining 1 wild. Or, I don't know why I got 2. I don't know how I got an extra. Okay. So here is the lightning spire. Now will this just kill? Let's see. Okay, we can kill 1. Now the problem is lightning spire gives us 5 sever, which will discard a random spell next turn. But if I'm just fighting 1 guy, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen, right? Probably not good, but we'll see. We'll see. So where is it? I don't even know where I see all of that debuff. Maybe it was just for this turn? I don't know. I don't actually know where that is shown. Oh yeah, we do have more power. We get stronger the longer we do because we have spell thing. So here we go. You're going to prepare. So I'll just, I suppose, boost and just arc. Do a little bit of damage with my lightning fingers. Dude, we gotta win this game. We gotta win this game first try. It's gonna happen, guaranteed. You're gonna do 10 damage to me. I could probably live with that. That does kind of suck is I could make myself vulnerable. Let's see. How bad would this be doing the 2? I would lose a lot. I don't want to do that. So what about if I just do this? Still losing a lot because I'm making myself vulnerable. Making myself vulnerable. Surprise, surprise. Not normally very good. So we're going to just end turn. Right. Okay, preparing. Got more spells here. There's BAP. There we go. There's BAP, which kills. So I like the build that we're going for, right? We're going for the multi-hit lightning. I'd love to somehow get, like, more lightning rings. Gain 1 power when the finger casts a bone spell. Gain momentum start of the fight. This is a monstrosity dangerous foe. You know what? I'm going to get another armor badge. We'll gain 3 armor start of each fight. Okay. Okay. You intends to attack. Damage will hit the taunter. You're going to curse 3 fingers with frenzy and gain revenge. Oh my. Oh my. Revenge. This turn gain 1 focus for each damage taken. Okay. There's a lot going on here. Let's try to boost. Man, Goblin Boss. Boost into... The problem is I can only use this once per fight. It'll do 50 damage, but I don't... I think I should wait and build that up more. So, I don't know, boost just for a little damage. And... I will then give myself... We'll just cast with the 2 pinkies. So, I am going to be losing some spells next turn. But the problem is we're going to then gain, what, 1 wild. But then that wild's going away. So I don't think that's actually worth it. This is a horrible hand. That is a horrible hand. Man. Yeah, we have no air. I wish we had air. So I think we're going to just boost into gaze, even though it's a little bit of a waste, I feel. And this can be used once per turn, so I'll do that just in case the pinky stuff, but I don't know. That's not doesn't feel like a very good start. Oh, you're right. The loot gives me 2 wild. You are right. Yeah, so I get 2 going down to 1. So they have revenge now. Damage will hit Taunter. I don't understand. Attack for 16 damage next turn. Oh my gosh, we might lose here. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Intends to gain revenge and attack self. Okay. You know what? Who cares? Wind. I think we gotta go aggro. There's no way I out-sustain these guys. So, I'm gonna air over there. We're obviously gonna zap on our ring. I think we're gonna lose. That's okay. I'll accept it. I'll accept my death. That's his time. Here, and you know what? We're actually going to zap right there. That way I can buff up zap first. Wind there. This is not gonna go well. Sure, and I'll give me some armor for future. No, I can't. Whatever. This is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. Because this guy, I feel like these guys counter me. I just gave him 48 fucking power. Oh my! Do I have the move? Oh, I do have Dizzy. Wait a minute. I'm dead, but if I Dizzy, then I'm just rotating someone else that's gonna probably end my life here. Let's see. Can I aggro? If I Dizzy first? Oh, fuck. It's chained. Cannot be moved. And he is taunted, yeah, so they are hitting him, but unless I can block. Let's see. Ward. Conjure Steel. Yeah, I think they're just doing too much damage here. The fact that I can't move them, I think guarantees the death here. I think guarantees the death. I don't really see a way out of this. I'm also still vulnerable. Yeah, okay. Well, if I'm gonna die anyways, I'm gonna go out with a bang here, I suppose. I'll go out with a bang. Yeah, this is such an interesting game, though. I will say that. This is a really, 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 really cool game. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'll do my damage. I'll do my damage and then die. No game 1 win. Because we also keep buffing him up the more damage we do. Oh, we swapped the other guys. We have been returned to jail. We will not be going to my niece's birthday party here today. But I gotta say, this game is so interesting. Like, I would love if y'all want to see more of this game, doing more, because yeah, you also have this character who you gain 1 lethal when casting a big spell, which I don't know what that is, but, and then apparently every class has different, you know, like almost boss relics, right, that you can find. Reach the manor to unlock this guy, reach the manor 2 times to unlock the homunculus, reach the manor 3 times for the flight knight. 4 times to get the necromancer, 5 times for the pharaoh, 6 times for the paladins. There is a lot of content here in this game for what it is, and I think it's a little bit hard to understand at first. Like I said, we did a lot of the tutorials offline. It was like 20-30 minutes of tutorials, so I didn't want to make you guys sit through it here in the YouTube video. But very interesting, way more in depth than I was expecting. But I love the atmosphere. I love like the music and the sound effects. I think the music, I think I could use even more creepy music or something like that. I don't know. It's complicated, but it does its best to explain what's going on, and I was able to roughly figure it out. Obviously, we didn't win our run, but I'm so interested. It is making me want to jump back into it. So let me know if you want to see more. But at the very least, it's always just fun showing off all these weird as hell indie games. You guys know I love games like this. And there we go. So, man, this game is so interesting. Like I said, it did take me 20 or 30 minutes to play through the tutorial offline. But once you kind of understand what the game is, it is really cool because it's so different from every other roguelike deck builder I played. I thought it was going to be a normal roguelike deck builder just with a quirky art style, and that is not at all what it is. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. You know I love covering these random weird games. Let me know if you want to see this get turned into a series or mini-series. Would definitely be interested in taking another crack to see if I can get some birthday cake. But make sure you subscribe or ring that bell like the big boy YouTubers say to be notified if more Pluto videos come out. If there are some, they'll be on the screen right next to me. Otherwise, all the other awesome fun stuff we do. And if you're going to be grinding out some Pluto on your own, then I wish you luck, and I'll see you all next time.